Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. And welcome to a Saturday stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is, whatever day it is. I hope that the weekend is treating you well. And thanks for joining me today on a Saturday for some hot resistance activities here in XCOM 2, where we will be continuing our fight against the alien menace, as you do. Where last we left off, unfortunately, we had a few rough operations, but we also had a few that worked out in our favor. Sadly, we had to add another name to the memorial wall on the last go-around. But by God, we're going to do our best to make sure that doesn't happen again. I mean, you guys know me. I always try to make sure that that doesn't happen. I always try to make sure that everybody makes it home. But sometimes you just can't avoid it. So, unfortunately, that means at the moment, Megas and Friend Aid are the two names on the memorial wall. But goddamn it, I'm going to try to make sure we don't add any more today. We will see. We will see. We got two chosen operating in the vicinity. We've got many operations left to do. The Avatar project is still going strong. So we still got a lot of work ahead of us before we can finally defeat the Alamau menace and take Earth back. But we will see. We will see how it goes. In the meantime, again, thank you guys for coming to hang out with me on a Saturday. And again, I hope that the weekend is treating you well. And if it's not, then I hope that it'll be a little better now that you're here to hang out with us and have a little bit of fun, I hope. We will see. I promise nothing, as always, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best to entertain you guys. What say we actually get over to the Avenger chat and at least attempt to take the fight to the aliens? What do you say? What do you say, chat? Let's get over there. And again, let me get the audio going again here. Remember that the audio doesn't function if I'm not moused into the window, but there we go. You should be getting game audio. I am showing levels. It's a little quiet right now, but there we go. The music's kicking in. So, all right, there we. I think we're good. I think we're good. Is there an alcohol that goes well with Ecto Cooler besides Everclear? I mean, Ro, to be honest, your options are kind of limited on a spaceship. You like me, have whatever you brought with you. And then you have the toilet wine, and that's pretty much it. So it's not a matter of what goes well with Ecto Cooler. It's a matter of what you can get your hands on to add to the Ecto Cooler. Now we could skip XCOM today and just talk. I don't know that I could sit here and bullshit for 6 to 8 hours. Black Hydra. As much as I would like to, I don't know that I have the mental or charismatic fortitude to do something like that. But let's see. So let me kind of remind myself again. It's been an entire week since the last time I opened up XCOM 2. In fact, it's been an entire week since the last time I played a game at all. The only other game I've played since last stream was a little bit of Satisfactory on Sunday night, and that was pretty much it. I haven't had a lot of time for games this week. But, let's see, we had one person in training, we're working on a power facility, we get the covert. What else did we have going on? Okay. Alright, I got it. I think we're good. I think we're good. So, then, chats, what say we gotta, I think, did we finish our mech trooper training? No, we didn't. Okay, that's what this is. Alright, so 14 hours. EW, who I don't think I've seen in the chat yet today. EW, volunteered to undergo the mech treatment. So, in 14 hours, they're gonna finally pop out of the proving ground. Hopefully we'll see Ace Combat 5 and 0 soon. I mean, you know, Wasteland Wonder at the same... I've said this before, but, like, I will play what you guys want to see most of the time. Like, it's always going to be something that I want to play, but, like, if I give y'all options, I always want to get to everything. So, you know, XCOM 2 is not going to last forever. So maybe we'll do that after. I don't know. It's hard to say. Again, it just depends on what you guys want to do. And let's see, who is that? We got Max Dammit. Putting in the redeem to end up in the game. Well, of course, Max Dammit, I will add you to the list. The list is certainly getting shorter, but there are still some people on the list. But I will add you to it. Again, I apologize for anybody that may or may not make it into the game this go around, but there will be other games. There will be Battle Brothers, there will be more Battletech. There will be other games, so if you don't make it into XCOM 2, you will end up in a game eventually. You're not gonna get me to believe the techs don't have this still going. Oh no, of course they do, obviously. Probably more than one. It's not a matter of whether they have one, it's a matter of how many and where they've got them stashed. Anyway, let's see. I don't remember what we were actually working on last time around. I know we did an operation over here, but I don't remember what we were doing before that. I'm gonna assume it was supplies, because we always, well, I mean, we have 14 supplies and we always need more, so new course. Let's go ahead and head down here with the Avenger. Let's try and finish up these supplies while we wait for the next event on our list. And there we go. We got Thanosi finishing up their training. So let's wait a minute. Oh no, okay, I get it. I understand. So yeah, let's go have a look at Thanosi here. View soldiers. And we put Thanosi in training. They are one of the rookies that we brought in as a replacement. So we basically hired 2 rookies towards the end of last stream. One of them for the replacement for Friend Aid, who unfortunately went to the big bar in the sky last stream. And then we also brought in another rookie, Kalowski, who I also don't think I've seen in the stream yet today. Yeah. But we brought them in as well as a replacement for EW, who is undergoing the Mech Trooper treatment. And Troubleshooter gifted a sub to King Panzer. King Panzer, welcome back to the cult of bad tactical decisions. And Troubleshooter, of course, thank you for that gifted sub. You do not have to do that, but I appreciate it. So yeah, we put in Thanosi, we put in Kalowski, and of course, for those of you that are new or that may have missed this part in the other streams, if you want to have any input over what your character looks like, then you have to go join up on the Discord, and you should already have access to the XCOM character channel where you can give me the feedback. Of course, if you don't, then you'll be like these unfortunate souls, and you get stuck with whatever default gender, name, appearance. You get the body condom and the buzz cut. That's what I keep telling people. You get the XCOM body condom and the buzz cut until you tell me something different. But with that being said, since we just got Thanosi out of training, they'll be ready to take the field. That means we've got Kalowski up next to go into training, so let's get that going. And since I did not see Kalowski in the chat, I guess, chat, that's going to leave it up to you guys to decide what kind of soldier Kalowski is going to end up being. Oh, we've actually got some interesting choices this time around. So we've got Assault Master or Assault Blade Master Heavy. So they're going to be very melee specialized, but the Heavy gives them the Gauntlet as well. Let's see, we got Infantry Ripper Executioner. So kind of mostly rifle focused, but also with some of the skirmisher abilities with the Gauntlet. And then of course we have Pioneer Blade Master Officer. So Pioneer is a flamethrower class. Blade Master obviously is melee, and Officer gets the Hollow Targeter. So, I mean, I leave it up to you guys as always. I know which one I would pick, but I'm not gonna say because I don't want to skew the vote. But chat, as always, we'll do this free form. So you tell me 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. Which of these 3 classes do you guys think that we should turn Kalowski into? And of course, Kalowski, if you're out there in the chat, now's the time to tab in. Now is the time to make your opinion known. Otherwise, chat is going to decide your fate for you. And that's not always going to end well. And AFP says, hey folks, good to see AFP. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday. Hope the weekend is treating you well so far. And it seems like one is in the lead by a pretty narrow margin, so we'll call it one. We'll call it one. So we're gonna go with Assault Blade Master Heavy. I guess at that point the only decision to make is whether we give him the sword or whether we give him the gauntlet. Honestly, we kind of got a lot of people that are either running rocket launchers or grenade launchers or other heavy firepower, so it might be a better idea to give them the blade, since we don't have a whole lot of close combat folks right now. But anyway, let's get back to the geoscape, and we will continue to try to get our hands on these supplies.
That's all right. I've got other plans for you anyway.
Alright, so we succeeded, and we basically countered the plans. So essentially what we did towards the end of last stream was we wanted to counter the retribution, which would have reduced our income in the chosen territories for the hunter. So by countering that, we have preserved our income, at least for now. So let's go ahead and get another covert action queued up. Let's see, we could counter more chosen activity, which... Wait a minute, chat. So, if we just countered this, why is it giving us the option to counter it again? That seems very strange. Of course, the other thing we could do is start doing the stage 2 of Hunt the Chosen Hunter. I honestly think that's probably the better thing to do, but let's see. We would need to put in 3 soldiers in order to make that happen. You guys know I prefer to send our heroes for that, but for whatever reason, well, I say for whatever reason, none of our soldiers are actually high enough rank for this yet, so we would have to send one of our main folks in order to make this happen, because we need a lieutenant, we need a sergeant, and we need just a regular soldier. So obviously we'll send our hero units like we always do, but then we'll have to put somebody else in. You know what? I'll go ahead and take the bullet on this one. And that way, you guys can get some time in the sun. Then you have to load the other save. I'm not sure what you mean, track tension. But to answer your question, Ouija, I did not miss it. And I've said this in the Discord as well, but to summarize my thoughts on MechWarrior 5 clans, the more of the gameplay I see, the more that I feel like not enough has changed, especially in terms of like the AI. Initially I was hopeful that the AI looked better at least, but that was my biggest complaint. With that being said, it definitely seems like Clans is going to be more of a story-driven, linear type of game. I could be entirely wrong, but just from what we've seen, there definitely seems to be a heavier emphasis on story and characters, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just wonder what that's going to mean for potential replay value. So I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic. Again, I would love for Piranha to release an absolute banger of a game that just is better in every way to Mercs. But the more I see of it, the more I feel like this is just MechWarrior 5.5. And is not a genuine sequel. But we will see. We will see. Again, I am cautiously optimistic. I want the game to be good. I just don't know if it's going to be. So we will see. We will see. I never recommend that you buy a game day one unless you're absolutely sure that you're going to be happy with it. But at the same time, it's very difficult to know if you're going to be 100% satisfied with a game before it's even come out. So I never recommend that people buy anything day one. Of course, I always recommend that you not pre-order or anything like that as well. For those of you that have Game Pass, as AFP said, it's supposed to be available day one. So if you're already paying for Game Pass, then I guess, hey, you know what? Knock yourself out. Tell the rest of us how you feel after you've played it a little while. But I feel like that's not a very good measure either. It's so there's a thing back when I was in games journalism, and I'm gonna hit the thing because otherwise we'll sit here forever and we won't accomplish anything. But back when I was in games journalism, one of the things that you constantly have to deal with is people respect your opinions about games less when you get games for free, because like the cost of a game is absolutely a component of its value. And when you don't have to pay for games, it makes you as a critic often more forgiving of a game's faults because you didn't have to pay for it. Like, if a game is buggy and it doesn't work and the AI is bad, if you got it for free, you're less likely to be as harsh and critical of the game as someone who had to drop $70 on it. And so, like, for me, that's one of those things where if you get it on Game Pass, your opinion might be a little skewed because you didn't actually have to pay for it. And I see you, Vin. Hydration incoming. And Ernst rolling into the chat as well, saying, "Hail Nadia, good to see you, Ernst. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday." It also hurts that critics have been shown to be bad at games. I mean, I don't really care if a person's bad at a game, as long as they're not criticizing the game for being too hard when the critic in question is obviously just bad at the game. And I'm definitely not thinking of any specific example when I say that. So the Dark event has completed. A Lost Swarm may occur on any mission. We kind of already knew this was going to happen. This was one of the events that we were not able to counter. Of the Dark events that were out there, this one is low impact as far as I'm concerned. Because the Lost can actually work for us under the right circumstances. And there we go, EW finishing up his mech treatment, so he will now be our second mech trooper. With his lovely Milady fedora. And
strategic resource
there we
located.
go. We were finally able to get these supplies. It took long enough, but we finally got it. Doom 2016 is absolutely unrelated. I mean, again, as I said, I wasn't thinking of anything in particular when I said that, of course, because I would never cite specific examples like Doom 2016, or perhaps even hit indie darling Cuphead, because of course there are no specific examples involving either of those games that would apply to this very specific criticism of the games journalism folks. I'll be generous. And Wreck-It Carl in the chat on a Saturday as well. Good to see you, Carl. Thanks for joining us, and hopefully the weekend is treating you well. But we only got 65 supplies off of this one, so that's not great. I was hoping we would get more. But 65 Advent bucks will keep the lights on for a little bit longer, so it could be worse. In the meantime, things that we need to do. We've got potential supplies here. We are not supplies, but like materials. We got a soldier here, but we don't really need another soldier. We got another engineer. We need engineers now, but we're not going to need engineers forever. alternately, we could run up here to Reaper HQ and just gather intel passively, or we could head down to Skirmisher HQ and build faster. Finish up our facilities a little quicker. So I'm conflicted. God damn it. Remember my rant about left click versus right click to move the map in an interface, chat? Because I just right clicked. Build faster. I mean, what are we actually building? That's a good question. Like, at the moment, we're not really building any facilities because we don't have a lot of supplies. I would like to build either a laboratory, the Sci Lab, or research and development. We don't really have enough supplies for any of those things. We're clearing out alien debris because that will give us some supplies as well. But we've only got 2 more sets of alien debris, so really the issue is we don't have the supplies we need to expand our facilities. So that's the real problem that we're dealing with currently. Let's see. We could potentially put somebody in the infirmary. Okay, there we go. Remove negative traits. So this is where we can get rid of the phobias. Crappy sniper, with you being a shotgun dude, I think we probably want to get rid of your being afraid of fire. Although, to be fair, it says you only have a chance to panic when you or a squad mate are actively burning. So as long as we don't get anybody set on fire, that shouldn't trigger. Meanwhile, EW has a chance to panic anytime there's a sectoid. That's a really bad phobia. I think we need to get rid of that. Because, again, we are going to run into sectoids pretty regularly throughout the campaign. The Lost can be helpful. The Lost lure and make them into ally. Yeah, well, and I also have a mod that's supposed to change up the Lost AI so that they don't always prioritize attacking my people and will instead try to prioritize equally between my people and the other enemies as well. Let's see. In the meantime, we don't have EW in the chat, and they're currently in the infirmary. But they do need a promotion. They do need a promotion. So they've got the reboot, they've got all the default abilities. Let's see what Titans can do. So Titans say you could get formidable. Your gear includes an extra layer of protection, gaining 2 ablative hit points, and 50% less damage from explosive attacks. So I forget, it might be called formidable, but I know there's an infantry ability that's very, very similar that we have. That's not bad if you're going to play defensively. Then we have Concussive Strike under the Pugilist class. A special strike that does half damage but stuns the target for 2 action points. Cannot target robotic units, but there's a 4-turn cooldown on that. And then we have Adaptive Aim. When Overdrive is active, shots no longer incur recoil penalties. I mean, I think Adaptive Aim is kind of like, if you have the ability to take it, I think it's a great ability, because then it gives you the ability to potentially fire 3 turns or 3 times in a single turn without any bonus or any debuffs to your accuracy. It seems almost entirely in favor of Adaptive Aim, so we'll go with Adaptive Aim. And then we've got another rank, so let's see what we got. We've got Damage Control. After taking damage, gain 2 armor through the end of the turn. So 2 armor would further reduce incoming damage to EW for the rest of the turn, but then I assume that armor goes away. Then we have Synaptic Booster. Grants a soldier superior capability in all reaction situations, changing hit rolls to be more favorable by 1 stage. I don't really know what that means, but I mean, it sounds like, you know, a graze becomes a hit and a hit becomes a critical? but I don't know if it goes that far, so I'm not sure how good that is. And then we have Deadshot, bonus 10% chance to critically hit enemies. So just flat 10% crit bonus with Deadshot. So there you go, chat. Those are the choices for the next rank. Alright, well I'm gonna make Crappy Sniper the tiebreaker here. Crappy Sniper said 3, so we're gonna go with 3. We're gonna go with the flat 10% bonus to crit chance. Could also help with running Overwatch. It could. And we can always go back and buy this ability. Remember, because of the soldier AP and the way that skills work with Amalgamation, like, we can always go back and buy abilities if we determine later down the road that they would be useful. Alright, there we go. And we'll let EW continue their, I guess we'll call it therapy, to make them not as afraid of sectoids in the future. And then, let's see, do we have anything going on down here? We really don't. So maybe we go... Alright, Chad, do we go for an engineer or do we go get some intel? What do you think? I'm gonna narrow it down. We can either go get another engineer, which, again, they're useful now. They're not going to be useful forever, but they'll definitely be helpful now. Or we could just go get some intel. I don't know how much intel we'll actually get. Like, I'm not sure how often the gain intel procs when you do it. Seeing most people want intel. All right, let's go to Reaper HQ. Let's get some intel while we wait for something else to happen. We're gonna get another operation pop up here shortly, I would wager.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries.
So we got the Advent Mech Breakdown, which is going to give us a lot of stuff. So Advent Mech Breakdown is actually a decent research because it not only helps lead into other researches that we want to do, but it also gives us some upgrades that we can purchase as well. So we got Kinetic Strike Module for the Mech Troopers. We got a Holo Targeter, whoop-de-doo. We got the upgraded bit for our Mech Troopers. We got the upgraded Gremlin for all of our troopers that are currently using it. Blue screen protocol, so we can research blue screen rounds that work good or work better against robots. Rapid excavation. We've made an astounding breakthrough. We must begin researching rapid excavation, otherwise the opportunity will be lost. So what is that? Improvements to our material handling process will allow the next excavation project to be completed instantly. Okay. How many... Just hold on, Tigan.
We have come to know as the Hunter, based on its history with the Reaper faction.
So we've currently got 14 days on this excavation project. If we do this research, it's only going to take us 5 days.
Of the Elder's creations, this Hunter makes no effort to hide the disdain he holds for his masters. Yes, Commander.
Chet, do you think if I take the engineer off of the excavation that it'll still finish it instantly? Like, could I reassign our engineer somewhere else and still finish this? I mean, we have to try it, don't we? I mean, Wasteland Wanderer, you say ladies love a power fist. I think it's strangely coincidental that your name is Wasteland Wanderer, you mention how ladies love a power fist, and of course the first thing that comes to my mind is Fisto. Right? I mean, I can't be the only one that immediately thought of Fisto, right? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. All right, let's try it,
I
chat. Let's
agree.
try it.
That is an
We gotta know.
important
We gotta
task,
know. So
Commander.
I will unassign our engineer here since this is already started, and I guess we put the next engineer down in the power relay, even though we don't need it. Because we are going to need to permanently station an engineer down here eventually. And that'll bring our total power up to 45. We could also
Commander,
potentially...
I'm going to need more help on the engineering team before I can start clearing out some of
We
these
could
other
also
rooms.
start
We
potentially
should recruit an
clearing
engineer.
another one of these. Since we don't really need the power right now. We could just, hey, there you go. And then we'll see which one it does, right? See, this way, we can determine whether it's going to do whichever one is active, or if it's whichever one was initiated first. So, let's give it a try, chat. Let's see which one it does. But anyway, let's continue. We got plasma grenades are now researched in the
We're ready to
proving
go,
ground.
Commander.
Outstanding.
If you need a skull jack, we
Concussive
can build
grenade
one
augmented by
anytime.
alien pulse tech. The plasma grenade does more damage than the standard frag grenade, as more effective at shredding enemy armor. This gives us new proving ground project advanced explosives. We've honed our skills in developing and manufacturing explosive ordnance mirroring that used in the aliens' own weaponry. We can now use those skills to upgrade our entire arsenal of explosives using the latest technology. Really? Advanced explosives. Okay, so this just, like, upgrades all of our other grenade types. So do I need to... I assume I'm gonna have to do some kind of
Just give the word and I'll get started,
purchase,
Commander.
right? Like in the base game. For the plasma grenades, right? I'm looking. I'm looking. Like, I don't... Do we just have
Dad
plasma
sacrificed
grenades
the
now?
only thing he had left to get this ship off the ground, and I won't let it be for nothing. She might be a little worse.
Oh
for
shit,
wear
well
right
there you
now,
go.
But with some new schematics,
It's just a
and
blanket
more elbow
upgrade.
grease, she'll
Our
be the
grenades
toughest
just
thing in
become
the
plasma
sky.
grenades now. Very nice. Very nice. You love to fucking see it. Alright, well great. We didn't have to spend any additional resources on that, so I am 100% in favor of that outcome. So then what is our next project gonna be? We still need to do the Skulljack. We could potentially do the alien ruler weapons. We could go over blue screen protocol. So for the record, blue screen protocol actually apparently unlocks a whole lot more than just the blue screen rounds. This gives us the blue screen, which it already did, but apparently it also unlocks EMP grenades, EMP bombs, partially, blue screen canister, which I'm guessing is a blue screen version of like the blast canister that flamethrowers get, and an EM pulse partial research. So this actually unlocks a whole lot of different options for us. I kind of want to research it, if I'm being honest. We've only got 3 cores, but it only costs us a core. It doesn't cost any supplies. And we are going to be running into more robots down the line. So, like... Let's do it.
Interesting choice.
Let's
I'll
do
send
it.
word as soon as we're finished, Commander.
Alright, shit. Back to the geoscape once again. We're gonna get into an operation, I promise. I promise.
Incoming message for you, Commander.
Oh.
Patching it through to your quarters
Optimus
now.
Prime
I
has
had
given us
high
our
hopes for
monthly
resistance under
stipend,
your
our
leadership, Commander,
our airdrop
and
of
you
government
have outdone
cheese.
yourself.
Blood grenade sounds metal as fuck. It does, but I have no idea what they do. But we got 200 200 space shekels. which we should get instantly because of one of the orders that we currently have active. So looks like both of them are planning retribution, planning to crack down on our income. We'll have to try to counter that if we can. But honestly, I would love to get Hunt the Chosen level 3 on the Assassin and just knock her out of play completely. Like the Hunter we've only recently encountered, so they're not a huge threat just yet, but I want to get rid of the Assassin. Like, I want and need the Assassin to go away. Let's see. Enemy tech and psionic defense are doubled. I don't like that. Advent units have a chance to enter Overwatch after being revealed. Also don't like that. I think we revealed a hidden event. XCOM will not be concealed at the start of... Holy shit! These dark events suck ass! All of these suck. Like, defenses doubling is really bad. Enemies entering Overwatch when they're revealed is bad, and not getting concealment at all is also really bad. Like, these are all fucking terrible. Stuff's getting rough out here, chat. Damn. But we finally got enough influence with the skirmishers that we can use one of their orders, so let's see what they got. Any shredding attack from XCOM does an additional 1 shred on the target. That's pretty good. All mileage gained by Chosen is reduced by 33%. This is one of those, like, you know, if you suck, this can make you suck less. It's just better not to suck. And speed of all armor research is increased by 15%. This would be better if we had any armor research this month, but we don't. Like, the only armor research that we would be able to do, potentially, would be for powered armor, but we're not there yet. So... I think we go with weak points. Because we have to use, I believe, we have to use a well, let me see. Yeah. We have to use a skirmisher order in the skirmisher column. So of the 3 of these, I think the additional shred is going to be good. Yeah, so we got some really bad dark events coming up this month. I hope we can counter more than one. Alright, there we go. That'll lock in our orders. We got the 205 supplies, which, yep, there we go. We get those instantly. And then, yeah, we kind of just wait this out for the time being while we wait for the next operation. Although, to be fair, the black market should have rolled over. It's a new month, so the black market should roll over. Let's go see what they got.
Market is open.
Let's see what they've got. I mean, if we had more intel, we could just buy an engineer. We could rush some of the autopsies, but I don't see that as being super useful. For 35 intel, we could just buy more supplies. I think we sit on the intel for now. Let's see, what are they interested in today? We got this auto gun, we got superior stuff. Just trying to think of what we can potentially sell to get any decent money. Shining Air, this is psychic. Buffet the target with a Shining Gale, deals psi damage and blinds the target. That actually sounds pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, all of this stuff I kind of want to hang on to, if I'm being honest. I mean, I say I want to hang on to it, and then we're not actually using any of it, so... is it really worth it?
Market is open.
Yeah, the Berserker and the Purifier are not... they're not great for research. Like, we're not gonna get anything super useful from those. Yeah, exactly, Urs. That's kind of the realization that I'm suddenly having, is like, we have all these PCSs and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I want to save these, and then I'm like, why do I want to save them? We're not fucking using them. So let's see. Let's put them to use. I will say... Well, let's see what we've got, first of all. If I wanted to go into personal combat stems. So we got plus will and plus psi offense. I think we want to save these for our psi operatives that we have yet to train. We could put one of these on the Templar, but we're not using the Templar because I'm not trying to use the hero units. Can I volunteer to get mech? I mean, crappy, we'll see. And right now we got 2 mechs, and remember that mechs are pretty expensive to build, so I don't necessarily, like, let's see how we do with 2. If I see the need for a 3rd one down the line, I'll consider it. Let's see, we got Combat Rush. When you kill an enemy, allies within 7 tiles temporarily receive bonuses to aim, critical chance, and mobility. That's pretty cool if you have a team that you're keeping close together. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, if you guys remember, Yas now is our lost killing machine. And even though I just selected them because they were at the top of the list, I feel like this is the perfect PCS for Yas now. Because they're going to be getting all kinds of kills on lost missions, and granting this buff, like, so easily at the drop of a hat would actually be super useful. Because we know that anytime the Lost is on the field, we can pretty much guarantee multiple kill shots every time Yas now takes a turn. So we can trigger this combat rush at will anytime we want. Whereas with other troops, we would have to ensure that we can get the kill and that we're getting it when we need it. So I think this is actually perfect for Yas now. Which, again, entirely by chance. So that was not intentional. So let's do it. And then we had one for hacking. I know there was some talk of giving Sierra the hacking, because his hack is already 58, and he's kind of our designated hacker at the moment. So giving him an additional 40 hacking brings his hack up to 98. Like, this dude will be a hacking machine. Yeah, there is a cooldown, but that's what I mean, Urs. Like, the ability to trigger it at will kind of offsets that cooldown, in my opinion. And then, let's see, we had one more, right? What is that last one? So just 13 will, flat 13 will. That's good for, let's see, who has the lowest will currently? Or the lowest max will? I mean, Sierra's kind of up there. Ajax has only got 37 max will. Although, to be fair, Outriders bringing up a close second. Vio and EW's will are also pretty low. But I think we give the 13-point bonus to the person with the lowest maximum. Just makes the most sense to me. So yeah, that'll get their will up to 50, which is much more respectable. And I know they're wounded, but it's PCS. We'll get more of them. Does a wardrobe malfunction count as buffing? I mean, only if it distracts the enemy. Only if it distracts the enemy. Alright, there we go. We've used the PCSs instead of just sitting on them. The meld, actually, we could use the meld as well. Chat, we need to... I'm sorry, it's been over an hour. We gotta do something where we actually do a mission. Like, we haven't done a mission yet. God damn it.
Setting course for sector 15,
so let's go get some more
West
intel
Asia.
while we wait for a mission. But there's another thing that I want to do. And we'll look at it soon, I promise. Alright, there we go. Our training for Kolowski is now complete. And I don't remember... I don't think I had an appearance for Thanosi or Kolowski yet. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Because I don't think Thanosi or Kolowski gave me any notes for their appearance. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Then let's check Kolowski. No. Don't have anything for them either. Alright. Body condom and a buzz cut it is. But they are now ready for their first missions. So let's get back in here. Itchy trigger finger. Yes.
Our actions have succeeded, and the elders grow fearful.
Alright, there we go. There's another covert operation
Additional
complete.
intel on the Chosen as a result of our latest action.
And we now know where the hunter is. We just need to get level 3 on them to knock them off the field.
Skirmishers respect your ways,
And we
Commander.
got an additional
Your people
faction
fight
order.
with honor.
Outstanding.
If there are orders you would have us follow,
Black
Commander,
Market pays
tell us what
30%
must be
supply
done.
premium for goods. That's actually really good. Just more supplies. I think
Our influence
we kinda
with the
have to do
resistance
that, don't we?
factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
Alright, so we've got a couple of things here that I like right off the bat. We can reduce avatar progress. Or we could counter chosen activity. Again, this month it's retribution, reducing our income. So I think this one's kind of a no-brainer. I think we spend the 25 intel and we send our people out because I don't want them reducing our income. We have not unlocked that many regions, so I want to make sure that we are not allowing them to do that.
My kind will do whatever is needed.
And looks like EW got their trait removed. So while we wait, we can remove the traits from somebody else. So we still got fire. We got Ajax has a chance to panic when encountering the Chosen. That's also really bad. Let's get rid of that. And then back to the Geoscape we go. The Seller's Market. Yeah. How and where are we supposed to write said notes on Discord when we get put in? Arrakis, when you're in, there's some pinned comments in that particular channel. Just read the pinned comments, but basically it's like name, nationality, gender, and, you know, any kind of basics. So, you know, it's up to you once you're actually in there. But obviously, it's only available for folks on the Discord that are already in the game. So if you're not in the game yet, then you're not going to have access to that Discord. And Tribal Typhoon resubscribing for an 11th month's his last day of my cafe being open for the year. Let's celebrate. Well, outstanding. And actually, that's really cool. I think it's really cool, Typhoon, that you're doing well enough that you can afford to take the rest of the year off in October. That's really cool. But thank you for the 11 months of continued support, the almost 1 year, Tribal Typhoon. I do appreciate the extended support, so thank you, and congratulations on making it another year with your business. Always glad to hear it.
This will prove to have been an important.
Alright, here we go. Assign new research. Which... Oh, chat, Illyrium. Inspired Illyrium. Aw, that's butt cheeks. That only reduces it from 21 days to 19 days. And Erst gifting 5 subs as well. Thank you, Erst, for the massive generosity. And of course, the massive chicken. And for the folks that got gifted the subs, be sure to thank Erst if you're out there in the chat for that generosity. And welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions. It's more like my cafe has no heating, so we have to close for the winter. A Canadian winter. Oh, well, that's another thing. That's an entirely different thing. Always get permission before engaging anyone's thermal exhaust port. Correct. Like, I really want to research Illyrium because plasma rifles and powered armor, but 19 days though, and we're still not... Like, we still haven't gotten to the alien encryption yet. Let's just go ahead and research the encryption. We're gonna have to do it eventually. We might as well do it now.
Displayed by our troops in the field. They face a well-armed, well-trained enemy, and yet they never.
It does not
waver in their
appear that
loyalty to the
either
cause.
of these clearings has completed. Unless I need to go to the Geoscape first. So let's... Okay, I thought maybe if we spent a little time, maybe we do have to have an engineer active? Let's see. Okay, well that appears to not function as advertised. Because this one is still 14 days and the other one is 15 days. After completion of the research. Aha. Well, see, that's what happens when you have reading comprehension, which, as I've said before, I clearly do not. Well, we've only got one more excavation that we can do after this, so at least it wasn't wasted. But we're gonna have to complete one or the other of our current excavation projects before we can start the last one. And there's our blue screen protocol. Apparently there's nothing going on in Alamau territory this month, because like nothing is happening operations wise. So blue screen canister, EMP grenade, blue screen rounds, and I guess next up is going to be advanced explosives. We need 1 core, which we're kind of running low on. We need 50 supplies, 5 alloys, and 5 crystals. I mean, we're good on everything except the cores, but upgrading our bombs I don't think is going to be a bad investment. So let's go ahead and get that started.
I'll send word.
After that, I'll consider the Skulljack depending on where we are with the campaign progress. Alright, here we go. And we'll just continue to gather intel.
Here across this world, all will know what lies ahead.
Are you fucking serious? Like, we're literally in the process of trying to counter this bullshit. Oh, no, wait, that was with the hunter. Never mind. Never mind. Monthly income in this region has decreased by 18. You fucking ass.
These Chosen are constantly hunting us to try and recapture you, Commander.
Let me see.
And are spreading terror throughout the Resistance as they go. We'll need to pay
We
close
did unlock
attention
this
to
other
each
slot,
one
so
as
let's
they
see.
gain
We got
more
black
information
market
about
pays
our
more
plans.
stuff. You fucking like you gave me the slot, but you're gonna make me wait till next month to use it. All right, thanks a lot, game.
That's all right. I've got other plans.
All right, well at least we countered the other version of retaliation. So let's see. We can form a bond. We can manufacture a PCS upgrade. We can just reduce avatar project progress, gather supplies. Research breakthrough wouldn't be bad. Improve sniper rifles, which is great because we literally don't have anyone using a sniper rifle currently. Resistance order. Remove 1 black of avatar progress at the end of every month. That's really good. That's actually really fucking good. Expose weakness. This would be good since the assassin is actually gonna become kind of a pain in the ass. Unfortunately, this apparently costs 100 intel to initiate, which we don't currently have. Honestly, I think we go for this resistance order. Never getting a mission? Yeah, it feels that way. It feels that way. But yeah, removing 1 block of avatar progress every month just passively, I think is an outstanding order. Especially if you don't have anything better. Like, if you don't have any other orders with the skirmishers that you want to use, I feel like that's an outstanding pick. So let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Our order is clear, and we will obey it.
And let's see, are we gonna get an operation? Chat, are we gonna do any missions today? Because it feels like maybe not. Maybe we should go do something else besides gather intel. That engineer is still there. That's literally the only thing going on right now. Yeah, so it's either engineer or intel. I think we just continue to get intel. And speaking of, there's our guerrilla operations, chat. Let's see what our targets are. Here we go. Get ready, because I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, as usual, to determine which operation we're gonna go on. So, we have, in East Asia, Operation Nefarious God. Again, these operation names. Where you have to protect a device. I don't like protecting stuff. Gives us 208 supplies. This will counter the admin units have a chance to enter Overwatch. And we have the sitrep of Location Scout. We have advanced intel on the site and will be able to observe all enemy movements. Not bad. In the new Arctic... Oh god. Chat. We have Operation Throbbing Snake. That's what she said. Destroy the alien relay. With an engineer as the reward. Counters barrier, which is one of the bad ones. Enemy tech and psionic defense are doubled. We definitely don't want this one going live if we don't have to. And then we've got the Horde. Advent have retreated from this area, leaving only large amounts of the Lost. So this one is going to be a Lost fight. We get an engineer from it. And it's fucking Operation Throbbing Snake. I mean, come on. But let's see. What in West Asia, we have Operation Overwhelming Savior. Reward is a soldier. Counters high alert, which stops us from having concealment. And there's no sitrep. So, there you go, chat. Here's the question. Here's the question. Do we go for supplies and counter the Overwatch? Do we go for the engineer and counter extra defenses? Or do we go for the soldier and counter high alert? I mean, if I'm basing it on the dark events, I really want to counter high alert, because high alert is gonna... It basically just takes away concealment from us. But again, it's up to you guys. Everybody wants Throbbing Snake. I mean, it's a great name. It's a great fucking name. More votes for 3. Alright, chat has spoken. We're going with Operation Overwhelming Savior. We're gonna count... Chat, I can words. We're gonna counter high alert. We'll get a free soldier out of the deal, but that's not really a beat. Like, the soldier is not why we're doing this. We're doing it to counter the dark event. And EW roll into the chat, resubscribing for a 9th month, saying sorry I'm late, what I missed, also 3. Well, there you go. EW has spoken. You haven't missed much, actually. This is our first operation of the day, believe it or not. I was just joking that, like, we're almost 2 hours into the stream, and this is the first time an operation has popped. So it's been relatively slow so far. But you finally got out of the mech building area, and you have your fedora as requested. So things are going well so far. And tedious vocabulary first time chatter says, love your XCOM series. Well, glad to hear a tedious vocabulary. I know it's pretty new over on the YouTube, which is where I assume you're talking about having watched it. But yeah, so I'm glad you're enjoying the XCOM content. Having internet issues, I'll try to get back on an event. Alright, FP, well, hopefully you get them sorted out. It could be on my end too, but you never know. And EW gifting 5 subs as well. Thank you for the massive generosity, EW. Again, you do not have to do that, but I appreciate it. And if you got gifted a sub by this insanely generous individual, please be sure to thank them for that generosity. And of course, welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions. But yeah, there we go. Alright, Chad, let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's see. Who are we taking on this mission? We gotta... I'll tell you what, Chad. I'll tell you what. You know what we haven't done, but we can do now. EW just got out of his quad amputation. So I think if we were ever going to put him in, now's the time. Now is the time to put him in. We don't have the upgraded oh my goodness, what is this? Ordnance launcher. Bonus grenade radius, bonus grenade range. Ordnance launcher allows our mechanized units to field a variety of explosive munitions. Grants 2 grenade-only slots. I don't know where we picked up this upgrade, but I'm never gonna say no to more boom. I'm never gonna say no to more boom. And Omega Forge rolling in as well. Good to see you, Omega. Glad to have you. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well. Hopefully you're having a good Saturday. Thanks for joining us for some more XCOM 2. Let's see. What else do we want to run? Plasma Pair has no friendly name. I have no idea what that means. I don't want to pick that because I'm afraid it'll break the game. But let's go ahead and just give EW all the grenades. We also need some spark armor. That's one of the things that I said we needed, because last time around, Erst almost got wrecked because he's using the basic armor. Unfortunately, we do not have the mech wrecks that we need for that. So maybe we don't take in the mech until we've actually got their upgraded armor, because I would hate to lose the mechs with the expense that we have to put in them. I would hate to lose one because we weren't able to buy any decent armor for them. We'll still give it a shot. We'll still give it a shot. Give the cannon a spin. I mean, the problem with the cannon is that it's not going to do as much damage. So, like, you're doing 6 to 8 damage plus 1 and all the attachments. If we go with the heavy cannon, you're doing 7 to 9. The only real difference is you get a little bit of additional crit chance, I think, from the look of things. I mean, technically it's doing more damage, so fuck it. If you want to take the cannon, let's do the cannon. We can in fact put a modification on it. I think increased aim is going to be good. Let's go with it. Alright. Now for the rest of the squad. I think we throw in Crew Card, who's running heavy. So if he's going to be running heavy, let's make sure we give him the gauntlets and throw on some Predator armor. Give him a med kit, you know, pretty standard loadout. I know I saw Tribal Typhoon in the chat, so maybe we put them into Combat Engineer. And what are your skills currently running so I can make sure that we're actually maximizing your abilities? Alright, if we can, I want to give you a grenade launcher. We cannot. Alright, well that's unfortunate. But we can give you the mag cannon, and we'll give you some Predator armor as well. Give you a med kit. Let's see, who's next up on the list? I know Jotunbane was out there in the chat. Actually, let's see. So, Tribal Typhoon's going in. Yasnau is bonded with Tribal Typhoon, so we'll put in Yasnau. Go ahead with the Predator armor. We'll go with the upgraded bullpup. We could go with the Gremlin. Part of me wants to go with the shotgun, though, just for funsies. Because I don't think Yasnau is actually using the Gremlin, if I remember right. Soldier abilities, yeah, we haven't put any points into the Gremlin or the Executioner tree. So really, it doesn't matter which one we take. If that's the case, then we go Travel Light instead. Give Yasnau a little mobility. Oh, you want to take the shotgun? We can do that. We can do that. Sawed-off shotgun it is. Dommy Mommy with her sawed-off shotgun. Let's see. Who's up next? We got EW. Vin is bonded with EW, so we'll put him in. Of course, we go with the Predator armor. You motherfucker. I hate it when the game does that. Let's manage appearance. And give me the appropriate uniform, if you would please. There we go. Now, loadouts. We're gonna give you that improvised magnetic rifle. The only thing you can take is a pistol, so I guess take a rail pistol just for the hell of it. Give you the med kit since you're very clearly going down the medic tree. And then the last slot. Who do we put in the last slot? You know what? Thanosi just got off their training regimen, so we'll put in Thanosi. Give him the Predator armor. Give him the magnetic rifle. We'll just go ahead with a pistol, no big deal. And then, since we don't have any more med kits, I think we give them tracer rounds, because they're still pretty green. Tracer rounds will improve their accuracy. EW says, what do my skills look like? Oh, your skills were already chosen by Chet. That's the disadvantage to you deciding to show up late, is that Chat made your decision. But they picked for you adaptive aim, which does not penalize you for firing multiple times in overdrive. And then they also picked Deadshot for 10% bonus to critical hit. To be honest, most of the rest of your ability choices were kind of crap. As Megas rolled into the chat as well, saying, looks like I'll be here. D&D got canceled. Well, sorry to hear that, Megas. Always sucks when that kind of stuff happens, but at the same time, glad that you're able to hang out here with us. It's not a bad alternative if you're not able to enjoy some D&D. At least you can be here for some XCOM. What's the other stuff? We'll go over that the next time you level up, EW. Again, it's been almost 2 hours. We're only just now getting into our first mission of the day. I think we're good. Everybody's got their grenades. We got med kits spread out all over the place. I think this is as good as it's gonna get, chat. Let's go. Let's make it hot.
deployed.
We're in the pipe. 5x5.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we're up against. Yeah, there is a rocket punch out there as one of the abilities that you could pick. I mean, you do have the pugilist class, so like you could be going melee, but you're like, hey, can I have the sniper cannon? Like you don't get to have the sniper cannon and be a melee dude. That's
We can take it down quickly.
the worst combination.
Advanced operations across this entire region will be in disarray.
All right, we're in a
Advent
subway.
has constructed a psionic transmitter in this area, tied
And we're
directly
doing
into
another
their
psionic
primary
transmitter.
network.
Is it just
Our
me,
intel
chat, or does
suggests
this look
destroying it while
almost
it's still
exactly
connected
like
will
the...
severely damage their linked systems. Plant the explosives before they have a chance to pull the plug.
Like, this feels an awful lot like the same map the last time we had to do this mission. That's alright, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Alright. I mean, I don't like the way this map is laid out, because like we're here in this back corner. The objective is up this way, but there's also a not insignificant amount of space over here. I mean, I think we're okay, but I still don't like it. I still don't like it. Alright.
Good to go.
Just gonna try to move up to full cover for this first turn, at least until we get eyes on enemies. Speaking of full cover, there isn't really any full cover for Ven. Can't really get him here either, so I hate to do it, but we're gonna have to move you up to the box. And then EW. EW cannot take cover, he is the cover.
Yeah, let's go.
With the sniper cannon and the actual cannon.
Okay, je bouge.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, EW. I'm just like, you can't be like, I want the giant cannon, but I also want to punch. That's like the commissar saying, drive me closer, I want to hit it with my sword from the cupola of a tank. Like, those two things don't go together. It's funny. It's definitely funny. But, like, those two things don't often coexist successfully. Alright, so very likely we're gonna be clear up to here. Again, we've dealt with this before. This map is looking very familiar. Even down to the goofy little box here that we'll probably be able to blow up for additional time. Let me see. I think we move up crew card.
Je rejoins la position.
Because he'll still be able to act.
The aliens may have cleaned up the design,
Alright.
but these monsters are no better than the ones my father dealt with.
So it looks like we're dealing with our
readings
first
indicate that
Archon.
relay is feeding energy
Not
directly
great
into their
news
network.
that they're finally
If you can
starting to
destroy
show up, but
may
it was
disrupt
only a
their
matter of
efforts to
time.
isolate the transmitter.
It was only a matter of time. Unfortunately, I don't know which direction they're gonna move, and my fear is that they're gonna move towards us, which I do not want to happen. On the other hand, it might not be a bad idea to just move up here and get a peek at what's in this other half of the tunnel. Okay, doesn't look like there's any other enemies, so I think the smart money is get our people moved up, and we'll potentially ambush next turn. Oh shit, we're not gonna be able to get there without being seen. Alright. Good to know. But that's because you're a giant robot, so...
Got it. Moving.
Well, we'll just have to keep the giant robot out of sight, at least for now. Giant robot time will be soon, but not right this moment.
Copy.
So I'll go ahead and... Oh, you can't overwatch with this because it's the robot version of a sniper rifle. Right. Good to fucking know. Already, I don't like that. I do not fucking like that. That's one of the main reasons I don't like sniper rifles in this game.
Je suis dessus.
The requirement of holding still for a turn before you can fire definitely balances snipers, but it also makes them very difficult to use in these types of missions where you have to constantly stay mobile. I guess we move up here
Stepping off.
for now. Alright, let's see what these goofballs are gonna do. More vipers. Man, they love their snake spam. Alright, chat. I don't like it, but I think we're gonna have to kick this thing off. So here's what we do. Yes, now you displace to the other side. We're gonna take one more turn because remember, chat, 4 turns, network separation. As soon as we kick this off, the timer starts ticking. So I want to make sure that we do this the right way. So I'm gonna bring up Tribal Typhoon to here. We will lay some Overwatch fire on this group, and we're gonna put the rest of our firepower on this group. So, what I want is EW down here. And then we'll put everybody else on Overwatch.
Vigilance.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Vin, I'm gonna move you a little closer to the center just in case. So that you can potentially respond to any medical emergencies on either side. Alright, chat. Next turn. Next turn. Alright, they're moving a little closer, but they're gonna move to a bad angle for us. Alright, I think it's time. I think it's time. So, we put EW on Overwatch. Actually, you know what? Hold on. EW has the heavy firepower. We should be able to fire that rocket without having to be without having to hold still. Aight.
Got it covered.
So, we put our people on Overwatch.
Bien reçu. J'ouvre grand les yeux.
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
Bitte Feuerschutz.
I'm gonna hang on to Vin. I'm gonna keep him in the back pocket for now. So hopefully he can be batting cleanup. And we got good sight lines from right here.
Let's go.
So let's get EW right here. And it is time to kick off this party, chat. Here we go. Full alpha. Is that snake throbbing? Now that's the other mission.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, criticals. Critical hits on the rockets.
As we had hoped, the network
Beautiful.
separation has been temporarily delayed.
Oh, that shotgun. The shotgun. There we go. It took every single one of our Overwatches, but we took the Archon down. Outstanding. Alright. Now, Vin, what can you do for me from up here? Because the high ground is going to give you good accuracy, but it's also going to leave you potentially exposed to a flank. Because if I put him up here, he's not going to be able to act. And all these guys have to do is then get like right here and they get a flank shot. Meanwhile, if we stay down here, we're still vulnerable to a flank, but we can potentially flank them. I don't like it. I do not like it. 5-day-old baguette for that extra fragmentation. I mean, they gotta do something with baguettes. This is the alien apocalypse after all. Alright, so what I think we do, I'm gonna bring Vin back here. I mean, I'm not gonna say that they won't I'm not gonna say that they won't try to flank him from this position, but this lines him up in a good spot for the following turn. Assuming that they don't end up with another superhero that just, like, fucking shoots you through full cover. Because we've definitely run into that before.
Yeah!
And the reason I'm doing that with Vin is because he gets the automatic hunker down. Now that is some bullshit. Alright. I don't know what the intent was there, but... Alright, well now that's half covered. So first things first, I'm the realist. I really want to flank this dude, but we can't... Like, Vin is not going to be able to flank him and hit him at the same time. Plus, he's got a flamethrower, which is just bad all around. So let's consider a different option here. Oh no, this is still technically full cover. Alright, outstanding. Then what we'll do is I'll move back from the edge a little bit so that the sniper doesn't have a shot. And then let us take the 95 on the Elite Viper. That gets Yes Now out of the predicament. And because it's Yes Now, they can potentially fire twice, which means we can take the 100% shot, and if they survive, we can then shoot them again. That's payback, bitch. That's payback. And because we got the kill, that also means that Yes Now immediately gets their ammunition refunded. So only 47% chance to hit the scout, but we can instead hit this thing to give ourselves another turn. So I'm gonna do that. Alright, next order of business. Next order of business. I was told blood is what makes the grass grow. You are correct. You are correct. Tell you what. Tell you what. I think now's a good time for run and gun. So we're gonna sprint straight across here. I'm trying not to trigger another pod, potentially. We might still, but I'm trying to avoid it. We got the flank on the flamethrower guy, so let's hit him with the shotgun. Come on, critical. Out fucking standing. RPM, the stream could be eating shit. Again, We do occasionally have this problem on Saturdays. Let me hold on. I'm gonna try something here. Because I know it's gonna look like shit, but Borderless Window has some pretty horrendous performance issues. So I tell you what, I'm gonna turn some stuff down. And I'm gonna see if maybe doing that will give me some more of the performance that I'm gonna need. Let's see, I mean, I want to do high detail, but let's do this. Let's see if increasing the performance of the game will make the stream not eat shit. Because and for those of you that are just coming in now, I've been having issues today with performance that I can't quite nail down. So, like, it might genuinely be my computer today. Again, I'm not sure what's causing the performance issues because, like, there was a big Windows update earlier this week, and I've been trying to narrow it down and get everything back to the original settings, but I don't know. I don't know. So let me do this, and we'll do that, and let's see. Hopefully performance will improve. I promise nothing, but let's hope. Yeah, performance is definitely worse since MechWarrior 5. It could just be XCOM 2 in general. Again, it's not a very well-optimized game, and I'm running a lot of mods, which is also affecting performance. Alright, Thanusi. Now that we've taken out the flamethrower guy, that gives us a little bit more freedom in what and how we move. I'm honestly tempted to just put you on Overwatch and let you take a shot at that sniper. And in the meantime, let us get Van up here. See if we can grab that loot. That hot loot. Autoloader and some more meld. Not the greatest of loots, but I'll take it. And EW, let's see. Tell you what. I think now's a good opportunity for overdrive. So what we'll do is we will move here. And then let's see if I can get that scout with a grenade from here. If not, we'll move again. Yeah, sadly, the ordnance cannon doesn't quite give us the range. That's okay, because we can move up.
Yes.
And then we can hit this donkey with a grenade.
Grenade out.
I do like that cannon animation with the grenade, I'm not gonna lie.
Es wird Zeit, sie auszumischen.
Oh boy. Well, that didn't trigger the pod, but I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if you guys just saw that. But not only do we have some mutons in here, we also have the berserker bitch. So things are about to get a whole lot more interesting. Definitely not good. Yeah? Definitely not good. And Swift Draw gifting 3,000 Bezos bucks saying a tithe to the servers and God King Bezos. Please give frames and pixels. I don't know if that's gonna do it, but I appreciate the attempt, Swift Draw. And welcome to the stream as well. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. It could be on the Twitch end, it could be on my end again. I'm having some performance issues today that I haven't quite been able to nail down. And Oscar rolling into the chat as well. Good to see you. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday. Alright, let's flip Vin around to this side. I don't know if anybody's gonna come out of there, so what we'll do... What are our chances to hit? Only 34? So I think we buy ourselves some more time. We'll kill as many of these little boxes as we can and try to buy ourselves some time. EW, things being what they are, I think we move you... I'm reluctant to get any closer because I don't want to trigger that pod if I don't have to. That's, like... Berserker is a fucking nightmare if we trigger that pod before we're ready. Then again, we could just do things... We could just do things the hard way.
Heading to that location.
Or the really, really easy way, depending on how you... interpret it.
Come get some.
Let me see. Oh, that's right, because EW is the cover. Alright, got it. EW, give me some Overwatch. Yes, now. You're gonna move up here, and you're gonna hide behind the Frenchman. Don't even get me started on the ridiculousness of a German using a Frenchman for cover. We go on Overwatch. Thanosi, gonna move you up just a little bit. We're gonna put you on Overwatch. And then... I think now is the time. Now is the time. I don't know if we're gonna have the angle that I want from here, but I'm gonna try it. We're gonna blow this scout up. We're gonna take out the wall. That's probably gonna reveal the pod, which is gonna cause them to scramble. I'm hoping all of these Overwatches are gonna give us something as a result of that. Now, can I hit this? Oh, I can hit the box and I can hit the scout at the same time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, did that reveal the pod? It did, in fact, reveal the pod.
This is the shot we've been waiting for. Take that thing down.
Alright, we might
before you have a
actually be
chance
able to kill the Berserker Queen here, chat. If we play our cards right, we might actually be able to get the kill. Outstanding. Outstanding. Out-fucking-standing.
That's a confirmed visual on the transmitter. Plant the X4 charges before they can cut it off from the network.
Alright, then... You know what? I feel like this is poetic, chat. Rap with me for a second. Vin has been on the field every time the Berserker Queen has showed up. And more importantly, Vin was on the field when the Berserker Queen showed up on the mission where Frienday died. I think if anybody was gonna take the shot that kills the Berserker Queen, it would be Vin. I know they're mostly a medic, but I feel like in my headcanon, Vin has got like a vendetta with this Berserker Queen. I feel like it's poetic, chat. Let's do this.
Sure thing.
It's okay, go ahead and get closer. You're just making it easier. 6 to 8 damage. The only way we don't get this kill is if you roll a 6. Then, don't roll a 6.
Better you than me.
And there we go. Sweet revenge.
What exactly she planned on doing with this thing.
Sweet fucking revenge.
Although I would question whether
I know
reason
that
was ever
technically
involved in
the
this
Berserker
decision.
Queen did not fucking kill Friendaid, but Friendaid died at almost as a direct result of the Berserker Queen showing up. So, from where I'm sitting, that's vengeance. Alright, let's see. We're not going to be able to get into melee range, but what we can do is we can move up. We're not even going to get to use the sniper cannon because you can't move and shoot with it. But we can blow up the cover that that muton is hiding behind. Or not, even though it showed it in red. Alright. So if we go here, chat, do you think this is close enough to use roast? We gotta try, right? Like, what's the point of having these flesh abilities if we're never gonna use them? Hopefully we're close. Oh yeah, we're close enough. Alright, so we torch the muton, forcing him out of cover. But if we're gonna do that, I want to make sure we've got our people in Overwatch positions first so that we can take advantage of
Schon
it.
unterwegs.
And once again, we're gonna have the German hide behind the Frenchman.
Feuerschutz.
So we just Overwatch spam. You know what? I'll let Tribal go ahead and well, nah. I'll hold Tribal back. I'll hold Tribal back. All right, let's flush out this muton with a little bit of flame. Ah, there's something. That's not quite what I was going for, but I guess we'll go with it. Do we have anywhere where we've got a shot at this muton? Not in a single turn. Alright. Not great. Because our mans is currently flanked, and I don't like that. I was hoping that Tribal Typhoon would have a better shot. I mean, technically he's got shots from here, but he doesn't have any cover. I mean, he's got a shot from here. Chat, half cover is no cover. Then again, Tribal Typhoon does have some ablative HP that I think we can burn if we need to. So let's take a... Ooh, gross. That's only a 40% chance. I think we gotta take the chance, though. It's low odds, but we gotta take the opportunity, because if not, there's a potential that our mans could get the flank shot, and that's not gonna be great if that happens. He's already on fire, that's true, but I don't know if the fire is gonna kill him. I don't know when it's gonna trigger. Hopefully it will trigger before he fires and not after, but I think we gotta take the chance. Fucking Tribal type, my
Any other
man.
contacts? Get those charges deployed.
Alright, crew card, let's get
Back
you
to
up here,
CC.
get these charges planted, and then we will GTFO.
Signal confirmed. X4 charges are active. That transmitter is history. Good work, Commander.
Out-fucking-standing, chat. Outstanding. It wasn't a flawless mission, because apparently Yes now got some special service from one of the snake mommies. They were rubbing all up on each other and whatnot. But aside from that, almost a flawless operation. Have a look at our debriefing here. We got the Nosy on their very first mission. Hit 0 shots and 0 overwatches. But you know what? They were here. They put the pressure on. That's what mattered. That's what matters. And let's see, we got Vin. Not only hit both of their shots, killed the Berserker Queen. Friend Date has been avenged. Friend Date has been avenged. EW, well, even though EW is currently a robot, it's using one of the old pictures, but moved the farthest in concealment, even though robots technically, I mean, they can be concealed, but you know what I mean. Destroyed a bunch of stuff, got a lot of assists, stole some kills. You know how it is. You know how it is. They had crew card, again, heavy hitter with the shotgun, hit all their shots, did some good work on the flanks there. Treble Typhoon with that 1 in a million on the 40%. That thread the needle shot with the 40% chance and saved crew card's bacon. Saved crew card's bacon. Most exposed. So was out there getting shot at. And then we got Yes now, hitting most of their shots, got 3 kills. Did the most damage injured, because they're the only person that took damage. Highest ranked soldier who experienced more grief than a lower ranked soldier. I mean, yeah, as the only person who took damage, technically Yes now took the most grief. And kills at close range. You know how you do. So yeah, these good performance all around. Good performance all around. Again, if not for the close encounter with the snake mummy, it would have been a flawless operation. And you know them snakes. They like to get touchy-feely, so not a lot to do about that, not a lot you can do about it. You hate to see it.
For years, these
But snakes are just looking for love, that's all it is. They're just, you know, they're just looking for some intimacy.
Today, with the destruction of vital infrastructure, they would not...
Alright, let's see what kind of promotions we get on this one, Chad. Let's see what kind of promotions. Only 1 promotion on this one, and it was Vin. God, I fucking hope so. After killing the Berserker Queen, I would like to think that Vin earned himself a promotion on this one.
Commander, having successfully recovered one of Dr. Valen's
Yeah, there we go.
genetically
Berserker
modified
Queen
test
corpse.
subjects, I am eager to begin conducting an autopsy as soon as possible.
I think
It is my
so.
hope
We
that
get
by
a
following her
special
own
suit of
research
armor
notes,
from the
I will
Berserker
gain an
Queen,
even
if I remember
greater
right.
understanding of just how she managed to accomplish these rapid changes.
And because we recovered the Archon corpse, we can do our autopsy on that.
Hello, Commander.
So there we go. And we got ourselves an officer. And we countered high alert. So all around, outstanding performance. And we did everything we set out to do. You love to fucking see it, Chad. You love to fucking see it.